Hey Virgo, how are you guys? Okay, you guys are going to have a super powerful reading, and I'm going to tell you how I know that. First of all, I just cleaned off my desk, and this Virgo charm was still here after I cleared all the charms and everything away. I turned it over, and it was a Virgo. Also, as I was pre-shuffling, I put both of these cards back, and they both came back out. So that is where my intention came from. So this is a prayer intention that I'm setting for you guys. I'm going to put it in the comments too if you want to add to it, or just hit thumbs up on it, or say I confirm, I accept, or write your own intention. Okay, this is going to burn me. Oh shit. Oh, okay, please go out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, that kind of scared me. That is actually why I stopped doing these on camera, because I have had some close calls. But anyway, so let me get some of this. I just washed this. Please don't get dirty. It's dirty. Okay, so hi Virgo. Sorry for all that, but anyway, you guys are going to get a strong reading. The Virgo charm stuck around when I cleared everything off, and I didn't know it until I, was about to start. These two cards came out twice. So this is Be Bold and Make the First Move. It's Cardinal Moon, and it's time to take action. Very powerful, right? Very, very powerful. The congruency. This is new moon in Aries. Aries is about taking action, being bold. And so your intention prayer that I just lit that bay leaf for, which I will also put in the comments, is for positive, inspired action. Taking inspired action. Every time I set an intention or light a bay leaf for you, it's always, always health, wealth, happiness. I am missing one. Hold on. I am safe, I am strong, and I know that I belong. That is always there, okay? But this one had the additional, it was for confidence and not questioning yourself, and even taking a step towards something, even if it's hard, okay? So that's that intention, and that will also be in the comments, like I said. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's general. All my readings are timeless, so feel free to look through the others. Just because you found this video doesn't mean it's for you. My intention is that there's always something for every viewer in it, but I never want you to believe that a reading is for you if it doesn't feel right, okay? What we're doing here is we're tapping into what you should already know, your higher being, your higher self, all right? So this should just confirm and help confirm things that you already know, and help give you a little bit of boost to take positive action. Sometimes there's warnings that are, it's always a good thing if it's coming from the right place, if it's coming from love and light. This will always be a message that should help and not hurt you or frustrate you, okay? Unless it's frustrating you towards taking a positive step, okay? Get you moving. All right, so these are powerful. Be bold and make the first move. Time to take action. Sometimes we get stuck in analysis paralysis or self-doubt, and I believe that's where that's coming in. Look at that. You and your loved ones are safe. This one didn't come out. It was just at the bottom of the deck. So Cancer energy. And then at the bottom of this deck, we had the Knight of Emotions. This, again, passionate action, sometimes fueled by emotion, but emotion can be, a tool. Oh, that's right. I forgot about these. And then the Death card came out in the Page of Materials. So something to do with an ending that made you emotional. This Page of Materials, it could be an apology. We'll just have to see. But, all right. How are you? I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. If you have been with me for a while, you guys have no idea how much I appreciate that you've been with me through the past few months, where I've been doing a lot of shadow work and just going through it, All right, and also stay tuned. We're going to start doing lives. I can't wait to talk to you guys. So I did get the wire, but then my son downloaded the software to make it all nice and professional. And he's like, you got to learn how to do this. Watch these tutorials. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like another freaking project. I don't want a project. I just want to talk to them. And he's like, well, you want it to be professional. And I was like, no, I really just want to talk to them. And if I can learn, you know, to go live and all the steps for going live, the easy way, like with my cell phone, maybe film from my cell phone, and then maybe I can learn the software and do it, you know, learn how to do it better along the way. But I think the messages are more important than the, you know, quality of the video and the sound and so anyway, I'm going to go live, and it's not going to be through fancy software. It's going to be through my phone. We're going to test it out, but I just can't wait to talk to you guys. Okay, 10 of emotion. So a lot of emotion. I mean, this is amazing. 10 of Cups, beautiful. Love. Let's see where I split the deck. 5 of emotion. Ooh, breaking free. 5 of Cups. So breaking free, finding self-value after feeling, you know, maybe left out or heartbroken, things not going the way you wanted them to. I sure love you guys. You have no idea. I know everybody says that. I mean, but you guys, like, when I'm down, and it's been really weird, and I guess it's because my videos haven't been as good, or, you know, for a few months, but those comments, y'all's comments, those like totally, it's so one-sided on this side, because unless I'm getting comments that validate or, yeah, it sounds insecure, right? It's just rewarding to know that I'm helping people. Oh my gosh. Wow. 4 Cups at the bottom of the deck, but wow, y'all saw that. Okay, so 10 of Cups, this is love and money. 10 of Cups, 10 of materials. So we got to get past whatever this is that you're, you know, I feel like this could be one of those warning readings. It's like, oh my gosh, Virgo, make a freaking move because you got the jackpot or lottery, not literally lottery, but like the abundance, success, everything you want and try and fight for, it's right beyond, it's right there. But if we sink into sadness or obsessing over something that went wrong, we don't take the necessary steps and we don't achieve it. See, missed opportunity, too much thought. Okay, interesting. Some of you may be into symmetry, like the universe, pyramids. Why do I feel pyramids? We'll see. Oh, there's a pyramid right there. We'll see if they come out. Any more come out? But anyway, so forgot what I was saying. Anyway, thank you so much if you've been there with me through the shadow work. Gosh, you guys have had a lot of freaking trauma I buried and didn't deal with. Okay, so 8 of Voices. That's 8 of Swords. That's feeling, again, trapped. Wow, this is very, I'm getting a lot of readings like this lately. So, Knight of Inspiration. So there's a lot of mental energy, feeling trapped by, you know, things in your head, mental stagnation. And then we have the Knight of, yeah, again, wow, and the Tower. So I feel like the universe is conspiring with you, but you're going to have to take action. So this is your energy. 8 of Voices, that's the 8 of Swords, feeling trapped, but you're really not. It's a mental thing, but it's kind of contagious. Like you can get sucked into that pattern. But the good news is, you know, neural pathways kind of get into patterns, but so you can get sucked into doing negative things, but you can break it and get momentum towards positive things just as easily, or more so, because when you do positive things and you take positive action, or even if you face hard things, which is the intention, Bailey, what happens is you get a release of dopamine, and then it teaches you, oh, that actually felt good to face hard things. So it's like we recognize, we don't kid ourselves. We're learning more about law of attraction. We're learning, because maybe everyone is, I don't know, because I'm so in my own world, but I study so much neuroscience. So I'm, always trying to consolidate or, cross-reference that with the quantum physics. And so now with the neuroscience that I'm following and learning, I'm seeing that these, new pathway, these neuro pathways, these neurotransmitters, they fire and wire. I actually am thinking now that it's easier to do the hard things. It's easier to continue on those paths than the negative paths. So, but whichever way you're going to get more of until you do something to change it. So the law of attraction that we were, being fed and talking about for the last several years was, don't think of the hard things, think of it as easy. Well, it's kind of like neuroscientists are now proving that's kind of BS. You can't really believe stuff just because if you try to think, force yourself to not think about someone or something, guess what? You're going to think more of. Okay, so there's actually neurotransmitter scientists, proving some of this now. It's not that it was totally wrong; it's that we have to tweak it. Okay, but doing hard things actually does produce dopamine and feel-good chemicals, and then the second step becomes easier, the third step becomes easier, and then we start feeling rewards for not achieving it necessarily, but just taking the steps themselves. Okay, so we've got to get past some negative voices. I hope this is not annoying. This is going to be a really good reading, though, so if you're not in the mood for it or not in the place for it, you may want to come back to it another time, because this is very valuable. It's about not getting stagnant and taking positive action towards something major. It is a love reading, so we'll see where that goes. Okay, so Nine of Wands, that's, Nine of Wands is not giving up, forward motion, okay? I mean, I've already pretty much said what this is, I think. It's all about finding the wherewithal within you to take that step that you fear. It's time to take action. It's being bold and making the first move. We don't know what's going on with that tower yet, though. Okay, so the person or energy that you're dealing with, Eight of Emotions, walking away. Page of Voices. Spying, maybe? Very inquisitive. This person also has a lot of voices in their head. But this is that curious, investigative, learning, malleable ability to learn. This is that page that's a little bit, doesn't have really, in some decks it has a little bit of a negative energy. In this deck it's more of, oh, I can do that, oh, I can do that. Oh, well, how are they doing it? It's a very inquisitive, curious, but one will also, I don't know if it's eager to learn. I think it's eager to learn because they left something difficult. Eight of Emotions. Okay, so Three of Wands. Wow. Three of Wands is progress. It's looking to the future. It's making peace with the past. So see these dominoes, there's like a glitch, a gap here, which if there's a gap in a row of dominoes, then you get stopped. They stop here, right? This next row doesn't go. But this glitch looks like this stuck point looks like it's being passed. Your person is growing too. You might reverse the roles, but either way, I think you're mirroring each other. Justice, Libran energy, fairness, balance. I don't know, kaleidoscope. somebody maybe likes kaleidoscopes or some kind of digital art. And when I tell you these things that are just random, it's because it may mean something and help you go, oh, that's a sign, this is my reading. Okay, so digital art. Somebody, so the Justice card and the Queen of Emotions. The Queen of Emotions, somebody that has a lot of love. Very fluid love. This also could be digital art or a background that's like an ocean view, a background like fish or digital fish tank, fish, something. I don't know, strong like digital art vibe here. So this is being even with the Queen of Emotions is very loving. She's sensitive. But this is an energy of balancing it out, having more of a big picture. Yeah, there's this kind of looks like a bit of an apology page of materials. 9 of Voices. 9 of Swords. It's not over, Virgo. Whatever, whoever. Now, I hope that this is not going to be taken by someone who was ghosted and blown off and treated, you know, this does not apply to somebody doesn't want to hear from you. But for others of you, it looks like an apology. There is some sort of, you know, nudge here to get past a gap, some space, and some distance, jump over it and make a move, get back on track with something. Nine of Voices. Yeah, take action. So, I don't know, you're going to get an apology, they're going to get an apology. Someone's going to make a first move and then you may get the apology. I want to know more about this Tower. The 6 of Cups, that's thinking about the past. Somebody's just having a very major wake-up call. The Tower is something major, something you can't ignore. Somebody's past, thinking about this is one of my favorite cards in tarot. This is, I wish we could go back to that, memories. It's often a return. But some major upheaval has sparked memories, maybe, or a realization of how good it was. Thinking about childhood, thinking about the past, fond memories. Okay, feeling left out in the cold. 6 of Inspiration. So there is a vibe of somebody being very fearful. It looks like maybe in the past somebody's childhood issues of not being valued or feeling left out. Sometimes, you know, one of the doctors or guys that I study in healing and all this, I mean, he was explaining a story about where a mother had to leave a child in a safe place that was without her because something, you know, I don't know, was it Holocaust? I don't know, something like awful like that, right? And because she left that child, this is a really deep story. That child has abandonment issues, but that child was only happening because of for its own safety. And here's another one. You know, doctors, like they tell us, let the baby cry, let the baby cry. Well, and some scientists are now, you know, neuroscientists are now looking at hormones released during feelings of abandonment and all that, and they're citing that those feelings of abandonment can be stored as trauma, even though the baby was never really abandoned. So for some of us have these weird, unexplained abandonment. Most of us have real abandonment or some real trauma, right? I mean, most of us do. Who doesn't? But sometimes those things are attached to today's situations, and we confuse what we are feeling or our reactions to something that's happening now to something that's actually buried deep within us from the past. And it's where it gets confusing. It's like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know, is this person, is it like an overreaction to being ignored or being dissed or something like that? It's like not trusting your own judgment of what being treated badly is. Something like that. Okay. Ugh, that was so freaking deep. Okay. Let's ask some specific questions. Tell me about the Tower and the Six of Emotions. I almost pulled that. Write down your feelings if you're confused and questioning whether your feelings are legit or if you're catastrophizing them. If you write them down, you can say, is this legitimate? Is this me overreacting? Why do I care? You know, and then sometimes you can just cross off a bunch of thoughts and concerns and worries that once you write them down, you see them differently. You see them more subjectively, and you can go, oh. And you can go, well, that didn't even make sense. That was just me being emotional because of something in the past. And then you scratch off that worry instead of like this combination of all these worries, like a worry salad, just circling in your mind, circling that loop that you never really deal with because there's so many of them, right? So sometimes if you write, I'm just learning so much about after I just really wasn't getting anywhere. I mean, I was really emotional and dealing with shadow work and memories, but until I started writing it down, I wasn't processing it and addressing them. It was just a gazillion upsets and things in my head circling, but it was too much to really address. It was like, I figured out as soon as once I started writing it down, even just writing it down alone made it more clear because it was in a jumbled up mess in my head. But then also, as I looked through those things, I could go, oh, well, my parents didn't mean to da-da-da-da-da, but as a child, I probably felt like this. And then it kind of like, you can kind of cross off that one worry. Or if it comes to a love interest, if you write it down, this is how I feel. Why do I feel that way? Why do I care? What does it mean? Does it mean we automatically go to the, oh, they don't care about me, right? But then we can ask, what is another possibility is other than they don't care about me? It could be they have too much on their plate. They aren't in the same place as me. They're in a different. You can come up with all these things that make it make more sense, and it just clears it up because it's on paper somehow. You guys, if you guys are into journaling and know a lot about journaling, I mean, just let me know in the comments if you agree, because I think I'm going to start studying this pretty more heavily and probably do like a video on it. Like, I just can't believe how much it helped. You guys, if you've been watching me, you've probably seen a change in me because I was like going through so much shadow work and I was dealing with so much. And when it did shift, I kept saying, I'm going to get better. It's going to get better, you know, but it didn't get better until I started writing it down and then being able to actually look at each worry and concern and kind of address it. 10 of Wands. This is exactly what I'm feeling. It's like each wand is a worry or a concern or a thing that happened. And there's so many of them. It's like, how do you tell them apart? How do you tell which one's real? What if some of these aren't real? What if some of these are just residue from other things? I don't know what question I was asked. Let's ask some specific questions. Okay, back to the you and this person. So you've got somebody that is thinking about you a lot. They want to get over whatever the gap is. And maybe this is about you having to... maybe you're the one that needs to apologize. I don't know. Let's see. Tell me about how does I was going to say, how does Virgo feel about this person? Okay, so there's somebody that you have a whole lot of love for. Wow, that's a gorgeous card. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles. That's blessing. So you're willing to give. How does this person feel about you? So, I mean, this is repetitive. I had this card already. How do they feel about you? They aren't letting go. I mean, this could even be, they feel tied, connected. How do they see Virgo? Communicative. That's kind of surprising. You might be missing something with that. How do they see the situation? A death card. So, moth to a flame. Very intricate, a lot of moving parts, confusing. For material. They have major fear of losing you. They do not want to lose you. They're tied. But I gotta figure out that. Maybe this is like saying all the wrong things. I don't know. I'm going to go into that a little more. We got to hurry. Camera's going to cut off. What you can't see is they're deeply reflecting, looking at themselves. 5 of Wands. They're very conflicted. Maybe they have multiple personalities or multiple sides to them, and they're trying to, it's almost like you, trying to balance all that out. Who am I? That's another thing that's great to journal. Who am I? Who do I want to be today? Every morning. What do I want to happen today? Who's my future self? If I could be my future self right now, what would that look like? How would they dress? How would they walk? How would they talk? Would their bed be made? Would they wash their face every morning? Right? Five of Voices, so 5 of Swords. So this is in the position of advice if you choose to take it. And again, this is about doing hard things, facing conflict. The Empress is in your outcome. Self-love, it's evolving, it's beauty, self-nurturing, it's nurturing yourself, nurturing others. The Hermit, enlightenment, temperance. Ooh, I just got like knots in my stomach. So do you see this person is off on their own? They're not quite there, but the light is coming up. See the footprints? I seriously think somebody's past is there's an experience from the past that is attaching some kind of upheaval in the past. This childhood mask, there's a mask. This upheaval, something in someone's past is affecting the way they handle something now. But part of it is beneficial, it's healing. I just want to know a little bit more. I'm going to run out of camera time, darn it. Tell me what this person's next moves are. Hangman in reverse. They're going to come forward. Or maybe you need to. This is all about taking the first move. So I would say if it really is something that you should be doing towards this person, then do it. If not, they're coming towards you. But there is something you need to initiate, and you already know what it is. High Priestess. Pisces, strong Pisces there. We also have Sag, Libra. Tell me what else does Virgo need to know? Cooperation. So when this person comes, oh my gosh, you guys, if you're in a twin flame, check out my links below. They're timeless. They're unfreaking believable. I will put them in the Dropbox. But oh my gosh, wow, Empress. That could be why this is so hard. But you guys have got to overcome some childhood stuff that's keeping you from wanting to move forward. Oh, I wish I had more time. But yeah, check those out if you're in a twin flame. You can watch the trailer. They're almost personal. I do those instead of personals. The reason I don't do personals is because I can't cut it off. Once I connect to someone on a personal, for days and days I keep getting messages and I'm texting them or messaging them for days. So I had to cut them off. Release your worries and receive universal abundance. Life is tough, but so are you. I love you guys. Let me know. Please talk to me in the comments. And don't forget to put your own intention or thumbs up mine or say I accept, I affirm. I love you guys so much. Bye, Virgo.